What's up, everyone? Welcome back to First Impressions, where I give you my first impressions on recently released theatrical films. I'm AJ Legend.
And I'm BMX Dream.
And we just saw Spider-Man Far From Home. We're going to give you our brief thoughts, non-spoilers. Let's do this. Overall, I thought Spider-Man Far From Home was a really good movie. If you enjoyed Homecoming, you're going to like Far From Home. Far From Home deals with the fallout of Endgame, and it did it in its own way where I thought it handled it pretty well. I mean, there are moments here and there where I thought it fumbled the ball here and there, but overall, very enjoyable experience. The acting was fantastic.
Definitely.
I thoroughly enjoyed Tom Holland as Spider-Man,
Me too.
as I did in Homecoming. I thought he was great.
Me too.
Jake Gyllenhaal was a great addition as Mysterio. I thought he did a great job as well. Nick Fury, the relationship between Nick Fury and Spider-Man is part of some of the best scenes.
Definitely.
Where Nick Fury is just constantly like bickering at Spider-Man, almost acting like that father who can never, almost acting like that father who wants to do. Nick Fury acts like that overbearing dad who just wants his son to do things against his will, against their will. It's good stuff. Yeah. And the contrast, you got Mysterio, who is sympathetic towards Peter Parker, and they develop a kind of a bond throughout with the movie, without giving away spoilers, because something happens in the middle of the movie between those two, and I'm not going to tell you what happens. If you're familiar with Mysterio from the comic books, then you kind of know the deal with him. And I'm not going to spoil it for those who don't know Mysterio. Just watch the movie for yourself and you'll see what I'm talking about. But other than that, this movie handled other things well. I like the stuff with MJ and Peter. I thought Zendaya this time around was much, much better than she was here, than she was in Homecoming. Her character in this movie actually has a lot to do. And I like the build-up, the relationship build-up with her and Peter. I thought it was handled
well done.
The best it could be handled. It's a teen romance,
and she got more depth in this one too.
It's a teen romance, so it's you take for what it is. It's when you're watching it as a 30-year-old adult, you say, "Oh, it's a teen romance. Come on already." Yeah. It is what it is. Again, they're playing high school kids, so it's a high school romance. For what it was okay. The stuff with Ned and his little subplot he had going on, I thought was pretty funny. The stuff with Happy Hogan and Peter Parker and Aunt May was hilarious stuff. Especially Peter Parker trying to act like not knowing what's going on, but not really sure what's going on. That was funny stuff. The action scenes were all well done. The CGI was great. John Watts' direction was fine. The movie had a lot of really funny moments in it, but also had moments where I thought the comedy undercut some good dramatic moments and some good tension.
Yeah.
But the fights with the elementals, they were all
amazing.
Really great. The water elemental fight was fun. The fire one was fun. And the whole last act was a load of fun, too. And this movie had a lot of... it's really hard it's really going to be hard to talk about this movie without giving away too many spoilers.
Right.
But there's this one scene in the movie that I just loved, and it's a complete mind trip. And it's something I've always wanted to see in a Mysterio Spider-Man movie, and I got it, and I enjoyed the hell out of it. I liked it a lot. It's good stuff. So yeah, my overall thoughts on Far From Home, I give it a solid 8 out of 10. I like this movie a lot.
Me too. I would give it an 8 out of 10 as well. Like AJ touched on very well. Visual effects, very well done. I like Jake Gyllenhaal as Mysterio. I think he does a really good job as Mysterio. I absolutely love Tom Holland as Spider-Man, and I like that Zendaya has more. MJ has more depth in this one. And I agree with you on Ned and Betty. They were hilarious together. Jeez, it's like every teenage honeymoon romance, and it's just like the beginning phases of a relationship. It's like it was like seeing that in the big screen. I like the chemistry between Happy. I like when Happy was with the kids. That was pretty funny.
Yeah. Some of the movie's best scene is Peter Parker dealing with Tony Stark's death.
Yes.
Like you really see that Peter viewed Tony as a father.
Yep.
And he lost his father, and of course he doesn't know how to process it. Yep. And I like that he had someone like a Happy there to keep him grounded.
Definitely.
Especially that great scene in the plane, which I love.
That was funny.
Oh yeah, that was not funny. It was a good touch.
That was great. Oh yeah, that too. Yeah, that scene was great.
Yeah. So this movie hit all the right marks. This movie was not really high stakes. It was low stakes.
But it was very well done.
Yeah. And if you're familiar with Mysterio, Mysterio can make something small and make it seem grand.
Mm-hmm.
And I like how that movie kind of did that onto itself, which is fantastic all unto itself.
Definitely.
So yeah, those are our thoughts on Spider-Man Far From Home. Overall, this is a really good movie, a good follow-up to Endgame. It's a nice story. Yep. It's a good story. It's a good spot. It's a fun Spider-Man movie. Mm-hmm. And of course, stay for the mid-credit scene because I'm not going to give it away, but the mid-credit scene brings back a Spider-Man character that I've been waiting to see come back for the last 12 years, and he's finally back. I am so happy. And a certain somebody did a reprisal of his most famous role, and that just even made me even more happier seeing him back in a Spider-Man movie. And I hope they do more with him in the upcoming MCU, because I'm looking forward to it. And also, stay put for the end credit scenes, the post credit scene, because 2 characters from Captain Marvel make their appearance, and it just like Mysterio, we were thought to believe something, but it ended up being something else entirely, and I like how that all tied in together. It was good stuff.
Definitely.
So yeah, 8 out of 10 for me.
An 8 out of 10 for me as well.
So if you guys have seen Far From Home, let me know in the comment sections down below. Do you like it? Do you hate it? I would like to know. Like this video and subscribe, and I'll check you back next time for more.
Later.